All right, we're here with Adrian Adler, the manager of the East Coast Yankees. Tell me about the status of women's baseball in New Jersey and across the country right now.
Well, it's still fairly spread apart. You know, there's not an abundance of teams. We end up playing like a men's senior baseball team on a regular basis by us, and then we just travel to women's tournaments. We would love for there to be an abundance of teams locally so we could do a lot more, you know, regional play. But I do feel like there's some momentum gaining. I feel like USA Baseball and MLB are finally starting to really, you know, work with the girls and give them opportunities and acknowledge that, you know, there's women's baseball and it's really important to invest in it like they have the boys and the men. So I think baby steps. You know, I've been at this for a really long time and I would like to see bigger growth sooner, but I think we're going in the right direction. It's just a matter of, I feel like softball still has such a stronghold, and I, as you know, a manager and somebody that recruits for this team and organization, I feel like a lot of times I still talk to parents who, when their daughters are 14 and 15, they still have that toss-up of, well, maybe she should play softball now because she can't play baseball in college. For the most part, there's a handful of girls that have or do. So that's tough. I don't know quite how we resolve that to basically open the path for girls to continue with baseball all the way through. You know, we have women and girls of varying experiences. We've got players. We have a few high school players here. One pitches for her high school baseball boys team in Connecticut. Another catches and plays first for a travel boys team, and then also plays for her high school softball team. Kind of like the best of both worlds. She's getting the reps, you know, all around and keeping her hand in softball as well as keeping her love of baseball going.
I remember at the Little League World Series, 2 or 3 years ago, Monet Davis.
Yes, yeah.
Did that spark any interest in other girls playing baseball?
I think there's different sea changes like that. Like a League of Their Own was huge, right? For so many of us at that time to realize, okay, women actually did play at one point, and it did spark the creation of several women's teams in Philadelphia and New York and all that at the time. So I think Monet Davis and that great publicity that she got also created a little bit of a change. You know, and any publicity for women in baseball is great. So if it's, you know, reaches out and kind of touches someone who is 8 years old and they're being told they need to switch softball already, and she could see Monet or whoever and see that she doesn't have to switch, I think it's great, you know. But it hasn't been a huge impetus for change, I don't think, necessarily. You
mentioned MLB. There's a commercial, a promo MLB does showing kids play baseball. They show girls play baseball too.
Yes, as they should.
Have you noticed?
Yes, we all noticed that. All of our little community of women's baseball.
Okay.
It's, you know, on Facebook we're sharing it because it's great to see that, you know, and hopefully they'll continue to walk that walk too, and not just show it in commercials.
And have you played Roy Hobbs before?
Yes, for many years.
Okay.
Yeah. My husband played in it, and we would piggyback and be down here for a week and a half. He'd play, and then we'd bring the Yankees down and play. And yeah, we love the tournament. We're really hoping to be here for many years going forward now that we're back.
And you got some players here who have never played Hobbs before?
Correct, yeah.
So
yeah.
What's the selling point to them about
weather, they all just love to play, so any opportunity. I don't have to sell very much. It's just, you know, letting them know dates and them getting time off from school and work, and they just love to play. And obviously, like you said, the weather, it's great to be here. We played a few weeks ago in New Jersey. It was getting real cold, so we even went indoors with our last practice before we came down. So
what's the age range on your team?
So our age range right now is from 15 to... Hey Gimpy, throw me a number. Almost 50.
Okay. And I imagine, like with the men's teams, you got a cross section of Americana and jobs.
Right, sure.
So what sort of, you got the 15-year-olds, I guess, in high school.
Right, so we've got 2 high schoolers with us now. We have one person who's an associate producer and an editor for MLB. MLB Network. She also works with NHL. They're kind of a conglomerate up there. We've got all kinds of different fields. I'm trying to think what everybody else does. An engineer for Verizon. Pam, what do you do again? Contract management for a large corporation in Connecticut. Say that.
Like with the men's teams, that you're united through the love of the game and the camaraderie.
Absolutely, yeah. The age is nothing, and you basically unite through baseball. And I find that, and my daughters have found this too, because they've been playing softball and now they've started playing girls baseball up in New Jersey, and they found that it's amazing. Just the love of the game, unites everybody no matter where you're from. And we've got players from Vancouver, the young lady in the plain blue T-shirt. She's from Vancouver. We've got New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Ohio. I think I've got everybody there. We have one player that's joining us tomorrow. There's 2 players, they had to work, and one of them's actually from Italy. She's probably moving to New Jersey, it looks like. She's
She's an Italian woman? Or?
Yes, yeah. And
Well, they
actually,
play baseball in Italy. So.
right, and actually Pam played softball, pro softball in Italy for quite a few years, for 7 years. And Sam, who I'm going to bring over to you too, played for the Puerto Rican national team softball. And Joelle next to her lives in Florida, and she played for the Dominican team in the World Cup. So it's an interesting combination. It's people from all over the place, all different experience levels. Like Pam hadn't played baseball until she joined us 3 years ago, and other people never played softball. Hera, our catcher, the one that works for MLB, has never played softball. So Emily's been with us since she was 15. I won't give her age away, but she's been here over 15 years.
Okay, so that makes her 22.
Exactly, yeah.
And one last thing before you bring up somebody else.
Sure.
I recall reading many years ago about a girl in New Jersey, like in the early 70s, wanted to play Little League Baseball.
Right, Maria Pepe.
What's that?
Maria Pepe, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So they celebrated her and did a girls' baseball tournament in September in Edgewater. This new organization, New York Girls Baseball, just started last year, and we're about 30 miles from them. They're kind of based in Hudson County, New Jersey, and Manhattan. And we connected with them, and we've started doing some events with them. My daughters played in the Maria Pepe. They brought an 11U team out to kind of watch us play and train with us, and then they played a local boys team kind of right next to us, playing on the big field. So, yeah.